My wife said we needed space, but her space smelled a lot like another man.
Are you home? Yeah, why? Because I need to talk to you, my wife Lila texted. Her message felt cold, like she wrote it with numb fingers. I told her I'd be home in 10 minutes, though something in me already knew something was wrong. When I walked in, she was sitting on the couch, staring at her phone like it hurt her. She didn't look at me when she said, "We need space." I asked, "From what?" She whispered, "From us." My stomach twisted because that wasn't an answer. I sat down across from her, trying to stay calm. She finally looked up and said, "I don't feel understood anymore." That line felt rehearsed, like she had practiced it in the mirror. I asked what brought this on so suddenly. She shrugged too quickly. Then her phone buzzed on the table, lighting up a name she flipped face down. I recognized the flicker of guilt that passed across her expression. I asked her who kept messaging her today. She said, "A friend?" Her voice cracked slightly on the word friend. I leaned back and stared at her until she looked away. I told her, "If you're hiding something, it's going to come out." She stood and snapped, "Don't try to control me. I wasn't controlling anything. I was losing everything." She said she needed air and grabbed her jacket. When she left, my phone buzzed with a message from my coworker, Jonah. He wrote, "Dude, are you okay with Lila hanging out with Marcus again?" My chest tightened. I replied, "What do you mean again?" Jonah sent a picture of Lila at a cafe that afternoon with Marcus leaning close, way too close. I stared at the photo for a long minute before calling him. Jonah answered instantly and said he'd seen them together 3 times this week. I thanked him and sat in my silent living room feeling like the walls were caving in. Lila returned an hour later acting cheerful and overly nice. She asked if I wanted dinner, which she hadn't offered in months. I asked her directly if she saw Marcus today. Her smile evaporated. She said, "He's just someone to talk to." I asked, "Why can't you talk to your husband?" She said I wouldn't understand. I asked her to make me understand. Instead, she stormed into the bedroom and slammed the door. I sat alone again, realizing I needed answers she wasn't going to give willingly. The next day, I took time off work and followed my instincts. I drove near Marcus's apartment and waited. My heart dropped when I saw Layla's car pull up. She got out smiling, looking lighter than she had in months. Marcus opened his door and hugged her, long and familiar. I recorded the moment with shaking hands. I wasn't going to confront her there. I wanted the full truth first. That evening, she walked in like nothing happened. I asked how her day was. She lied without blinking and said she ran errands. I told her, "I know where you were." She froze, then muttered, "It's not what you think." I asked her to explain what I was thinking wrong. She said she needed someone who got her emotionally. I replied, "So you cheated emotionally?" She didn't deny it. Instead, she said, "Maybe I need to explore what makes me happy." That sentence broke something in me. I told her exploring happiness doesn't require lying. She sat down and whispered, "Maybe we're not right anymore." I asked, "Or maybe you found something exciting and want to blame me for it?" She said nothing, which was answer enough. The next morning, I packed a bag and left before she woke up. I stayed with Jonah, who didn't ask questions, just handed me coffee. Later that day, I texted Lila, "We're done lying." "I recorded everything," she called instantly, panicked, begging to talk. When we met, she cried and said Marcus didn't mean anything. I told her meaning doesn't matter, choices do. She tried to reach for my hand, but I pulled away. I told her I deserved loyalty, not excuses. She said she regretted everything. I told her I regretted trusting her. She asked if we could fix it. I told her, "Not this time." Her tears flowed harder, but they didn't change the truth. I walked away while she was still calling my name. Over the next weeks, Marcus blocked her, and her friends distanced themselves. People finally saw the truth she tried to hide. One night she texted, "I miss what we had." I replied, "You miss what you threw away." She didn't respond again. Meanwhile, I rebuilt my life piece by piece. Jonah introduced me to someone kind, steady, and genuine. For the first time in years, I felt peace. Months later, Lila messaged again, saying she finally understood what she lost. I didn't reply. Some lessons are learned too late, and some doors close for good the moment trust dies.